Percussion. Why don't you tell us what you brought to the show?
Well, I've heard about the show for years, and I've always been thinking about doing it for like the last 5 years or so.
This is your first year then?
It's my first year, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So we packed up the U-Haul, got all my drums, and drove out here for like 20 hours. And
where are you from?
New Bedford, Massachusetts.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We were just at Paul Reed Smith a few months ago right there.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah.
Those are beautiful guitars.
Oh, yeah. No, that's barreling. Oh, my God. This is what happens when you listen to a snare drum in the background for like 7 hours.
Yeah, I can imagine, but yeah, I'm starting to feel it.
Yeah, absolutely. But hey, let's take a look at some of your drums. You want to show us some of the things you brought?
Yeah, sure. This is a wood called coffee.
Let's pull it up right here. Yeah, let's pull it right up.
So this one is a wood called coffee nut. It's kind of like oak, but it's a tree that grows a little smaller. And they used to take the acorns that fell off and grind it into coffee, so they call it coffee nut.
Oh, wow.
Where's
this from?
This is from mostly Kentucky.
Okay.
Yeah, but the grain's always really cool like this on it. Yeah, pretty cool stuff.
It looks really great in the inside, too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really cool grain.
Yep. So
awesome.
that's coffee nut. This one is actually made out of an old roller coaster.
From where?
From New Bedford, Massachusetts, actually.
Oh, wow.
There's a place called Lincoln Park. They tore the park down about 10 years ago, and a flooring company bought all the wood, and he has some extra, so I bought it off him. This is actual tickets from the park.
Oh, that's so cool. Can you get in there and see that? Yeah. There's actual tickets from the park in there. See it? Is this where the band got its name? I have to ask. Lincoln. The band Lincoln Park. Is this?
No, nothing to do with that.
Nothing to do with that. I was just like, that's interesting. Yeah. And you did the art on it. I'm assuming that's not.
No, my friend Brian Cheney did the artwork on that one.
Oh, nice. That's really cool.
So this was made out of teak. This was actually an old boat. It's repurposed teak wood. My girlfriend Rachel did all the rope work on this.
That's really cool.
Yeah, pretty. It's kind of like New Bedford whaling, fishing kind of community. So we got stuff like that floating around sometimes.
Nice. Yeah, it's really cool.
This is a cherry shell with the same guy Brian Cheney pinstripe. This one has kind of a cool look to it.
Yeah, that's some really talented pinstriping. He's really good.
Yeah, rose gold. Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, the black hardware is a nice touch to it.
Yeah.
Oh, and the striping in the right in the edge too.
Yeah, I had to go back and have him do that because I feel like the hoops need a little something.
Yeah, it's a nice touch. It's a nice touch for sure.
This one is wood called Jarrah. It's from Australia, and the middle is wood called Purple Heart. This Jarrah wood I actually smuggled back from Australia because my band was on tour over there, and every time I'm somewhere weird, I try to find like the wood shop and come home with some interesting stuff.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yep.
That's got to be a fun place to go play, Australia.
It is, yeah. Yeah, people are nice, and it's a lot of travel because everything's so spread apart, but we had some really great shows out there. It was awesome.
Yeah, it's a cool part of the world for sure. Yeah, I'm really interested in this one. That is some cool art on there.
This one was also that same roller coaster I was talking about earlier, but there was a ride in the park called the Monster Ride. It was kind of like a haunted house kind of theme thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my friend recreated all the artwork from these are actually like a recreation of the signs that were on the ride themselves.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Keep your hands and feet inside so you don't lose your old school stuff.
What are you asking for these drums? They're so unique.
They're all different prices. They start at about $700 and they go up from there basically.
Yeah, they're really well made. You can tell. I mean, you put a lot of love into them.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, what's the green one there?
This one is white oak with Jatoba reinforcement rings.
Oh, nice.
I glue the rings in there. This is another custom finish that I do. I kind of like take wood stain and a heat gun and make like a patina kind of look.
Yeah, we were looking at some drums that someone like etched with like a patina, and it has that same feel on wood. That's really unique.
Yeah. It's something I was like a Jackson Pollock fan back in the day, so kind of my version of that. And this one has repurposed cymbal badges. So these are old cymbals that I cut into badges, and I bought an engraver and I engraved my information on there.
That's really cool. Yeah, you can see the lathe marks from the cymbal in there.
Yeah. Thanks.
That's cool. Yeah. And you make full kits. You have so many things here. What? You have a big tube over here?
That's an octobon. That is made out of a wood called jatoba, super hardwood from South America.
That's really. You don't see many people bringing those that they've made. That's a unique one.
Yeah. My buddy Joe the Animal wanted that done, so I was like, sure, let's figure it out. And the kit is made out of red oak, which is these are actually old church pews that.
Oh wow.
Somebody was giving away, so I was like, okay, yeah. So I made that out of old church pews.
What's the? How did you do this finish? It's really. I like how you didn't do the whole thing. You kind of put stripes in there, or a section, as you'd want to call it. But.
Yeah, I just got a bunch of rattle cans and kind of spray it, hit it with a heat gun, and wipe it, and keep going over and over again until until I think it looks good, until I think it's finished.
Dude, that's really impressive. You did that with rattle cans. That's looks. I mean, I'm sure it looks good on camera, but it looks really good in person. So that's so you've got definitely like an art background too, as well as woodworking.
Not really. I guess I just have it in my bones.
Yeah, you have a good taste.
Thank you.
Good taste, yeah.
Thanks a lot.
And what wood is this guy made out of back there?
That's also red oak. That's the kit that I bring on tour with me and I play with. My band's called the Wilhelm Scream, in case anybody wants to know.
That's great. That's a good one. Yeah, I like how this drum right here, how it's different thickness shells and thinner in the middle.
Yeah, this one is it's actually 3 types of wood. It has walnut on the inside, jatoba, and maple on the outside.
So these are rings on top of this, like the staves that go through it, right? Is that what I'm seeing?
It's basically staves that I glued the wood together before I started, then cut the staves, and then I rounded out the inside to expose like the center layer there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's really cool. It's really unique looking. I like how your badge cuts across it like that. It's really cool.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
This one is kind of.
Oh, this is one of your staves that before you make it?
Yeah, this is like what we call a blank shell. So you glue all these segments of wood together, and then after it's all glued together and cured up, you put it on the lathe and you shape it, bring it down to the right thickness, and do the inside and the outside, and kind of go from there.
What's the pattern on this? Is that more roller coaster wood? Or?
This is actually from an old tequila display. I deliver beer part time.
Can you show the camera that? Yeah, I saw the tequila right when you told me. So.
It's actually the Rock's Tequila Company.
Nice.
So thank you, The Rock, for your tequila display. It'll eventually be a nice drum. Yeah, I was looking at the display when I was delivering beer, and I was like, "That's maple. That's nice."
Yeah.
And the guy was like, "Oh, we're throwing it away if you want it." So I was like, "Okay." So it'll be a drum eventually.
Yeah, that's great.
This is kind of so I can show people how I make drums.
Yeah, it's really cool to see them like that. I think not everyone understands like what stave construction kind of looks like. Yeah. So, and so what's this guy made out of?
That's also maple.
Maple.
Yeah.
So that's what this is gonna kind of transfer more into this. What was this? Was this anything or just maple? Or?
This was just maple.
Yeah. This isn't. We didn't pirate this in the middle of the night from somewhere.
No, this is just a nice piece of maple that I got from the local wood shop I shop at.
Nice.
Reader's Hardwoods. Yeah, this is from like the center of the tree, so it has like the dark spots in it.
Yeah, the heartwood, right? Is that what they call it?
I think so. Yeah. So this is kind of pretty looking.
Yeah.
You want to see a couple more?
Yeah, let's see a couple more.
Right. So this one's pretty cool. You can see like how it's kind of round in the middle.
Oh
there.
yeah. Can you guys see that? Like how it kind of.
It's like a
it's not. Yeah.
Yeah, so this one is maple and kumaru. Kumaru is from South America. So this one has it's a 3-layer.
Yeah.
Kumaru in the middle, and I carved out the middle to expose the kumaru.
That's sweet. Yeah, that's really cool.
Thanks very much. And
really
you can do one more if you want.
Yeah, you do one more. I like I don't know how we can get in here and see it, but the way you did this snare drum, you also made a kick drum that way.
Yeah, same basic idea. Yeah, that's birch and walnut.
Yeah, it's a drum.
It sounds like a drum. This one's red oak, but it's a split shell. It's got the gap in the middle there.
Oh wow! Yeah, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. And,
is that more cymbal parts in there?
Yeah, there's more cymbal parts in here. I just kind of put the cymbal parts so I could keep it strong. And I figured might as well use cymbals because you get some kind of tone out of it, you know.
Yeah.
A little bit more the brass ring kind of vibe to it. And having that hole in it kind of makes it a little bit more ringy too.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you want to do the last one? I mean, I think that would be, if we do that one, we've covered, I think, everything.
So this is a wood called wingye. It's from South Africa. Got all the black hardware on it.
Yeah, I love those lugs. They're really cool.
Nice. Yeah, those are called modern tube lugs. This wood is very hard. It's like about twice as hard as like oak or something like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's kind of a cool. It's got like a dark vibe to it. And yeah.
The kind of wood where you enjoy sharpening your tools when you're done.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, these drill bits are junk now.
Yeah, whatever orders you get like a exotic wood, you gotta like kind of factor in like a new saw blade, basically.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, hey, I appreciate you talking to us today. It was a pleasure.